On September 26, 2017, I was preparing for a hurricane relief flight. When I was coming out of the grocery store, and as I was walking with my groceries, I was ambushed, shot 5 times at point blank range, 9mm hollow points by an 18-year-old kid. I knew I was in trouble, but I told myself, you are not dying in this parking lot. It's not happening today. When I think of honor, to me, it's red, white, and blue. It's the American flag. To me, it's an honor to serve the flag. I was on a ship for 3 years in the Coast Guard. I enjoyed it, I loved it, and I ended up getting into aviation. I became a professional airborne radar operator chasing drug smugglers. And that's what I did for almost 20 years until the shooting happened.
The day that Drew was shot, I didn't think he was gonna make it. I've never felt such a range of emotions at the same time in my entire life. And I'm thinking to myself, I just married this guy. Like, how could this be happening? It was an indescribable feeling.
I remember hearing my dad telling me to squeeze his hand. He was holding my hand. He's like, just squeeze my hand, squeeze my hand. I couldn't see him, but I could hear him. And I remember laying there and saying, I am going to get the hell out of this hospital bed. I'm going to get out of this hospital, and I'm going to work my ass off, and I'm going to get well. I go back to the shooting sometimes. I think about laying there on the ground. It was like a river of blood running down my left side. I knew I could die, but then I heard the sirens. I was like, all right, the cavalry's here. And Jake kneels to my back. He says, I'm Deputy Hawkins with Clay County Sheriff's Department. You're gonna be all right.
For Jake, having saved Drew's life and watching how Drew has recovered has to be amazing. And what's really cool is how Jake has kind of been there, not just cheering for Drew in his recovery, but being an active participant in Drew's recovery in so many ways.
We talk almost on a weekly basis. We get along great. Obviously, we have this lifelong bond around this horrible incident that happened that brought our families together. No doubt about it, we're bonded for life. We're brothers for life. It's just going to be the way it is.
His resiliency through all of this inspires me. He was never angry. He was never at a point where he felt sorry for himself, but he is just starting to acknowledge PTSD. He has injuries that you can't see. And being on the course for Drew and that camaraderie and support help him to acknowledge that. And I think that's important.
In my macho brawn, I decided to come back from these physical injuries, which are still very painful to this day. But I ignored my mental health, and I did it purposely because I didn't want to deal with it. I was more concerned about being the guy that everybody could see, like, oh man, this guy got shot 5 times, 11 surgeries, and he was able to put himself back together and get back to work and go back to flying and go back to chasing bad guys, and not taking the time to mentally recover. You struggle sometimes to deal with life and death. You know, why didn't I die, right? Why do I get alerts of cops shot and dying, and here I take this massive amount of injuries and then I don't die? Those are some of the things that I've got to get through this struggle. And I will. I'll take it head on.
Yeah. Woo.
Being out there with Operation Enduring Warrior and the other adaptive athletes and the veteran community has shown me, another path to recovery and another path with teamwork. I want people to understand that just because they may have a limitation, that doesn't define their life. Just because I got shot with bullets and I have bullets in me, those bullets didn't kill me, and I've got to keep going. You got to motivate yourself. You got to have that will to live, the will to explore, the will to go outside of your comfort zone. That's what I want. I want to inspire somebody else to live.